Hey there, geeks of the internet, it's Meg, and I read lots of stuff in July. I'm gonna talk about it because my head is still spinning with thoughts about all of these books. So the first thing I read this month was Bloomability by Sharon Creech. My mom absolutely loved this book, and she's like, you have to read it, you have to read it. She's been telling me for years. And I finally picked it up. It was very cute, it was kind of a quick read. But it's about a girl and her family sends her off to live with her aunt and uncle and go to this boarding school, and she's like freaking out. She's trying to escape, and she finally gives in and starts enjoying being here. She goes through a lot at school. She meets new kinds of people, goes through all these new kinds of experiences. What really got me about it was at the end when they're kind of reviewing how their year went and she's saying goodbye to everyone, and she's realizing that the best part about her experience that year wasn't actually being at school, it was what she gained from being at school for her future. She has this new Bloomability that now she can go out into the world and accomplish things. Also, I think I got this at a garage sale or at Goodwill or something, because I found this inside. This is a homemade construction paper bookmark with JT and Hilary Duff on it. Next I read Packing Light by Allison Vesterfelt. This was one of the best books I've read in a while. It's about a girl and her friend who, you know, they have jobs, they have apartments, life is good, but they feel like they're missing something. So they take off on this cross-country road trip. They try to go to all 50 states, and they're living out of the trunk of their car. Her friend is a singer, so they make money along the way by booking shows for her. And Allie, the author, sits back by the merch table. She helps sell stuff to make more money, and she keeps a blog about their experience and eventually turned it into a book. This was one of the first books in a while that I thought about. When I couldn't be reading it, I was like, man, I wish I was reading that book. So 5 stars from me. Next I read Kissed by Dokey. It's a compilation of 3 short stories. Belle, which is based off of Beauty and the Beast. Sunlight and Shadow, which was based off of some fairy tale, I can't remember which one. And Winter's Child, which was based off of The Snow Queen, which is what Frozen was based off of. I'd say my favorite of the 3 was Winter's Child. I've never read The Snow Queen. I've been intending to, but never have. So it was interesting to kind of compare this to Frozen and see where the inspiration for Frozen came from the original story. Because I kind of like Frozen. Just a little bit. So this was a good book. It was a little bit long-winded, which I know really bothers some people, but I was fine with it. It was good. I made it through. Next I read The Lightning Thief by Riordan. This was the first time I've ever picked up a Percy Jackson book. I'm sorry. It was really good though. I see why everyone loves it so much. I would wish that, you know, I had started a little bit younger, because I still enjoyed the book, but I feel like if I had read it when I was Percy's age, I would have been like, yeah, I'm Half-Blood, let's go to Camp Half-Blood and get all excited. I just bumped myself, ow. But even as an adult, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the book, it's totally worth reading. Next, I read Allegiant by Veronica Roth. I finally finished the trilogy. I knew from the time I read Divergent what was gonna happen. I read a spoiler and I was like, okay, that's why it took me so long to read this, because I knew how it ended. I was still sad. I knew how it ended, and I was still, I was so upset. I have so many feelings. So many feelings. You wanna know the best thing about this book though? Look at this clean spine. Look at that, look at that. I can open it up and look at that clean spine. Look at that. What is this? What is this? No! This drives me crazy. But this, oh, look how beautiful that is. It's so fun to read because you don't kill the book when you read it. Okay, rant over. So a couple months ago, I decided I was gonna try and listen to all of the Harry Potter audiobooks, and then the play was gonna come out, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get them all done before the play comes out so I can have all of that refreshed in my mind. I did not do that. But this month I did get through Prisoner of Azkaban and Goblet of Fire. It should probably be that way for you guys. I still have like 2.5 more books to go, but I tried. I really tried. It's interesting listening to the Harry Potter audiobooks because it's almost like a different thing in itself. Like, you know how reading the books and watching the movies have a very different vibe? The audiobooks have a different vibe too. But even though I didn't finish the series before the 31st, I broke down and read Cursed Child. Don't run away. I'm not gonna share any spoilers. I know a lot of you don't have the book yet or weren't able to read it like the night you got it. Or some people are waiting to see the play first. I might make a video later talking about my feelings about this book because I have so many, but it was so good. It wasn't perfect, but oh, it was so good. I did not go anywhere without this book until I finished it. I got it the night of the release. I vlogged it right there. I took it with me around the house. I took it with me to church. I took it to lunch with friends. I took it to a Gwen Stefani concert. I took it to the orthodontist until I finally read it. Some people didn't like it, but I think that was just because they didn't go into it with enough of an open mind. You gotta go into it with an open mind, but if you do, it's so worth it. It's so worth it. So these are the books that I read in July. This was such a good reading month. If you've read any of these books, let me know in the comments. I'm not gonna drop them this time. Let me know what you thought of any of these books if you read them, except this one. You can comment like, oh, I liked it, or oh, I didn't like it, but do not put any spoilers in the comments. Please, 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 please. Just remember how magical it is to read the book for the first time without any idea what's gonna happen. Let people enjoy that, please. Don't spoil it. But tell me what you thought of any of these books if you've read them. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Is anyone else impressed that I haven't dropped this yet? Because I don't think I've made a book video yet where I haven't dropped my entire pile of books. Look at that. Look at that. I'm so proud of myself.